This was on TV. This is actually on TV.
Welcome back to Reliable Sources. I'm Brian Stelter.
Oh, reliable.
Fake news an epidemic? Hillary Clinton in a
Notice how they start with reliable
this week
sources.
said yes.
The epidemic of malicious fake news and false propaganda that flooded social media over the past year. It's now clear that so-called fake news can have real-world consequences. This isn't about politics or partisanship.
Like what?
Lives are at risk.
That fake, whoa. They're not considering that fake hoax thing at Comet Pizza. That was a hoax event. You know what I mean?
Now, Clinton did not refer to Pizzagate directly, but last weekend's scare at the Comet Ping Pong restaurant...
Oh my God, they are. This was fake. This was a fake event. Oh my God, dude, the mainstream media is so ballsy, they're crazy.
Clearly on her mind. A man showed up at the restaurant and fired his weapon while trying to investigate Pizzagate, an anti-Clinton conspiracy theory fueled by fake news stories and social media. I was at a journalism conference this weekend, and I get the sense that reporters are struggling with this problem, really struggling.
Yeah, they're struggling. Why? I mean, what was there to struggle about? Kind of seems like it was like built up on purpose.
Where
did all these fake news outlets come out of nowhere? Alex Jones got really popular and started making mainstream media appearances out of nowhere. But yeah, I guess this guy's credible, right? Reliable sources. That's the name of this segment. See? Reliable. So these guys are more reliable, apparently.
of journalism and opt into these alternate realities.
Alternate realities, yeah. Kind of like the programming that you guys spit every day. Alternate realities. Synthetic realities. Well, let's hear about these journalists making money, I guess.
Now, one of my former bosses.
This lady is a fucking bitch. You listen to how she talks.
The former executive editor of the New York Times, now a senior lecturer at Harvard University and a political columnist for The Guardian. Jill, you can't fool all the people all the time, but you...
You know, the mainstream media doesn't fool everybody. But we'll try to fool basically 75% of them right now. Ready? The epidemic, I mean, they're just talking about it now. The fake news epidemic has been going on for like, I don't know, 50 years, 60 years, even longer than that. As soon as they figured out that it could affect a population by faking news stories, they were doing it. So just use your imagination.
But you can fool some of the people some of the time, and some people want to be fooled.
Like 75% of our population. That's just a guess. Anyway, they want to be fooled. And they eat this stuff up. I mean, if you notice the back of CNN's like little background here, it's like mind control. All this shit is just like spiraling in the background. It's hypnosis. I can't even believe they get away with this shit. They talk about fake news. This is mind control. This isn't even, I wouldn't even call it news. They're not even reporting. It's embedded commands and mind control. They just told you some people want to be fooled. They're talking to the audience. They're fooling the audience right now, if you haven't noticed. Because she's smirky. She's got a freaking smirk on her face. Because she knows it's all fake.
These fake stories are about, in this case, this anti-Clinton conspiracy theory?
Well, you know, the conspiracy theory itself is just beyond absurd, and anyone who knows about Hillary Clinton's career knows that much of it has been devoted to children's rights. So the idea that she would be heading a pedophile ring is just nonsensical and horrendously outrageous. But,
oh, wow.
You know, I think...
Made you seem really smart, lady. I'll pull it back, though. We'll keep going.
Clinton called it an epidemic of fake news, and I'm not sure it's an epidemic. The epidemic is the internet.
Pause. The epidemic is the internet. No, the epidemic is the fucking money. And the money shifting and controlling media, government, and basically everything. The passing of laws. That's the epidemic. The internet? Free exchange of ideas on the internet? I mean, if it's so silly, why not just let it take place? Oh yeah, I forgot that fake event that happened at the Comet Ping Pong. Quite possibly the most fake event in the history of fake events.
Which can pick up any piece of information and, you know...
Alright, there's a part up here where they really blow their car. That's what I'm trying to get to.
You know, there are teenagers sitting in the
small
country of Macedonia making...
the small country of Macedonia. What is so funny, lady? What is so funny? Seriously. They're making what, $10,000? She says some like outrageous number. It's probably not even close to that. It's probably not even anything. They're probably making like fucking $1,000 if anybody's making it. And she's like blowing it out of proportion. Let's just hear what she says again, because and most people watching the cable shit just are completely brainwashed. I mean, I can't even believe that people watch this. It's dizzying, all the shit they have in the background, like in between the things. It's dizzying. It's like mind control. It's pure mind control. The slide bar on the bottom. It's all meant to make your conscious slip so they can embed shit the whole fucking time. It's sorcery. Just wake up to it, people. They're programming you. It's not even a joke anymore. People don't make these videos because it's, you know, for our health. It's for so you shut your TV off and stop watching it. Or if you do watch it, be informed of what they're doing. The fact that they have the two polarities, blue and red, on the screen at all times, not even just during the election. It's like they're trying to play that into your brain. That's how they program you from the most primitive level.
The team of very strong reporters found, you know, there are teenagers sitting in the small country of Macedonia making thousands and thousands of dollars by, you know, putting up clickbait fake news stories that then go viral, and they get money from the ads against them. So
right. So what does mainstream media do? Make sensationalist stories to grab attention and pump viewership. And if you know anything about mainstream media viewership and cable television, what is happening? It's going down the drain. So they don't want to lose money, do they? They just want to make sure that people are still watching cable television that basically is mind control.
As is true with almost anything, and Carl Bernstein, your previous guest, knows this better than anyone, you have to follow the money.
Lady, what do you mean you have to follow the money? If we follow the money, we'd follow it back to things like this and all the other major networks pumping fake news. She just told on herself. She just told on the whole thing right then and there. You guys see that? It's crazy. She's saying you got to just follow the money. Yeah, so we follow it back to the 3 or the 6 major networks that pump The same fucking narrative over and fucking over again.
Well, what I want to see newsrooms do about it is be less react.
Like how many? This lady's on some sort of medicine.
Found, there are teenagers sitting in the small country of Macedonia making thousands and thousands of dollars by.
Really? Show the proof. Really? Show the proof. Otherwise, this is a fake news story, right? Am I right, guys? You can't just say stuff unless you provide evidence. Show the proof. Show the money transactions of these kids making that much money, or else you are a fucking liar pushing fake news. You fucking scam artist.
Putting up clickbait fake news stories that then go viral and they get money from the ads against them. So, as is true with almost anything, and Carl Bernstein, your previous guest, knows this better than anyone, you have to follow the money.
NBC this weekend doing...
So, what do you mean by that? Follow the money. So even if these kids were making thousands of dollars... Oh, what? Is this lady delusional? Thousands of dollars is like nothing compared to the billions of dollars put into propaganda through the mainstream media outlets. Are you fucking crazy, lady? Shut the fuck up. Follow the money. Sometimes these people are they have like dementia. This is another example of dementia in mainstream media reporting. The lady just said, follow the money, and that's where you'll find the answers. Yeah, we do. We've been talking about this online for a while, lady. You follow the money, and it leads back to the mainstream media. And you realize there's a lot of money that goes into controlling a population.
Work in Macedonia interviewing these people. If you define fake news as stories designed to deceive, designed to trick people. I had one about me this week that had one paragraph of real quotes I actually said on this show, and then 4 paragraphs of made up quotes, and it was designed to trick people. That is a thorny problem that's only going to get thornier, more complex.
Yes,
right.
It's called the
newsrooms do about it.
Right.
Well, what I want to see newsrooms do about it is be less reactive.
Reactive.
The pickup of these patently false stories to
blow the why did you react at all? Why was it even on the news? Oh yeah, I forgot, because we have to push this whole narrative of how it's an epidemic. Right. One kid shot the floor tile in a store. It was a fake event. And it's somewhat of an epidemic. Okay.
Thorough fact-checking as...
Fact-checking, yep. Fact-checkers are what? Bribed by money? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Organizations like PolitiFact and great news organizations like the New York Times and the Washington Post do as a matter of duty. Way journalists do their jobs there.
Do we still have enough credibility to do that?
No, obviously the answer to that, we both know, Brian, is no. That trust in the news media is at a historic low.
Exactly. So is this just the ad to get you guys a little bit more of a footing? To try to gain back that respect that you so desperately need? I think so. From so many different standpoints, I think so.
Sinking, but journalists still have to do their jobs. And what I worry about, as much as stories like Pizzagate, is that Donald Trump and his tweets themselves, which much of the media is so reactive to, that's fake news too.
Yeah, 1 second about the tweets. Tweet and Twitter was built up in the media because they knew that they were going to start implementing it in the way they mind control and have a back and forth between Trump and the media. They had all this in line. This was all planned. So when they act like, oh, his tweets, it's like, you built up Twitter. CNN built up Twitter for this reason. Stop acting like you guys didn't do this. Yeah, like, people know what's going on. People are catching on. People do not care about CNN. People do not care about the lying CIA propaganda that is on the mainstream media. We'll continue, though. I can't stand this lady. I hope her segment is finishing up.
I mean, just the recent tweets about quote-unquote massive voter fraud, that is an outright lie. There is
right. So it's an outright lie, but we are telling the truth when Russia is hacking it. It's either there is voting fraud or there isn't voting fraud. Oh, our experts, or independent experts, are saying that Russia is really hacking. Right, so let's hear a statement.
No evidence that there was massive voter fraud in any state. So, you know, the evidence is mounting that Russia interfered with our election through propaganda.
So there's no voter fraud, but Russia is interfering? Kind of confused there. But yeah, keep spitting your bullshit, lady. It makes literally no sense to me at all.
They're mean.
There is no voter fraud, but there is voter fraud. It's not possible for there to be voter fraud. Oh, but it is, because Russia can hack.
There was no demonstrable voter fraud, and PolitiFact, the organization I mentioned before.
Oh, they fact checked it. I'm just guessing that's what she's about to say.